Welcome to our World of Ability Podcast Network. Hello, YouTube viewers. We are going to have quite a show today. World of Ability podcast, live streaming. And we have today Emily Gulmer. She is our podcast engineer. She is our scheduler, scheduling guests, like our guest today. And she also is our virtual assistant, making sure that all of you out there get all of the information from today readily accessible to you. And if we happen to be missing anything, make sure to contact us. But again, let's get down to it. Again, it's your World of Ability show inspired out of disability advocacy from the disability community. All the self-advocates out there, people with disabilities coming through my journey in life. And that is why we take this out to YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, X Spaces, and Clubhouse, and all of the platforms we can muster up. And we are aligning with authors and app game developers and taking things into the film industry, TV, radio. We're putting it out there every way we can because we think this is a vital conversation to be had out there across the masses of the population. So we're plugging mass media, social media, multimedia, and accessible media. So this includes global public inclusive infrastructure, universal design. We are talking about web content accessibility guidelines, everything under the sun that works the way that people with disabilities want to get it done. And it is a reality out there. What's paid gets done. So we're going to talk about money today. We're going to talk about budgets and funds, and do we have the dollars it takes to keep our journey going the way we would like it to go? So let's get this show going the way we'd like it to go. Let's bring in Emily. Emily, take it away and do the official station identification, and then shift on over to our premier feature guest. It's going to be quite a show. Way to line it up, Emily. Take it away.
Okay, so welcome everybody to the World of Ability Podcast Network. And my name is Emily Gulmer. We're excited to bring you another episode of our flagship show here of the network called World of Ability that I've been doing here for the last 4 years, and with my so yeah, this is a great place for people with disabilities and non-people not disabilities too. And with my having a disability and working with Autism Society, annual adult autism conference is coming up here in just a few short weeks, but it's great. So we have a whole great guest today, and I'd like to bring in our first one, who we met relatively recently, in the last couple of months here, from out in California. Who's a financial person I met through a posting party of all places. But we can talk about what a posting party is later. Welcome, Michael. Good to have you on the show.
Emily, thank you. It's good to be here.
So how about we come in here and tell our viewers and listeners like who you are, what you do?
Yeah, my name is Michael Lean. I'm located in the San Francisco Bay Area of California. I'm a financial advisor, and I help people with financial literacy. We teach people how money really works, how make it work for them. Whether it be tax advantage accounts. First, we kind of take them through and show them through where all the buckets of accounts are. Tax me now, tax me later, and if you can ever get there, tax me never, where you pay your money up front. And so that's kind of where we start out. We also have insurance planning, various insurance planning. We have rollovers from people have built up their wealth over a period of time. And then I do a financial literacy kind of show every day on my YouTube. It's called Mornings with Michael, where I kind of take a deep dive into what the market's doing and how all the big money is flowing and where it's flowing to.
All right. Wow. We've got somebody on here that is going to just really imbibe in that part of what you said. So we're going to unpack this. We're going to, address each thing item by item. And we're going to start with, you mentioned about tax me now, tax me later. When we look at our Americans with Disabilities, or in the World of Ability show here, we talk about people around the world that have a disability, and there's that relationship with the government. So here in the US, there's a relationship between Americans with Disabilities and the Social Security Administration. Now, what that means, everyone out there, is that, people are qualifying for Medicaid, Americans are qualifying for Medicare, and there is this planning and there's this understanding of where with our government that the government plays a role in long-term care. Now, one thing to understand is from, our aging agencies, the aging agencies know that half of our senior citizens also benefit from disability services. So the idea is the two are very intertwined when we think of retirement and we think of our golden years. It's flip a coin, heads or tails. And on one side of the coin, it means you're going to need long-term care. You're going to need something. You're going to have those blue tags on your car that say you have a right to that accessible parking space. Whatever it may be. Half of people over 55, actually, half of our Americans over 55 are going to be in that place where in some way, shape, or form, their experience in their 50 plus, time of life, they're going to be entering this gateway of disability services or something from the realm of the disability community and disability services companies that serve people with disabilities. Half of the population 50 plus, and for sure 62 and over. And when we talk about annuities, stuff like that, 49 and a half, or I'm sorry, 59 and a half. Correction, fact checker, 59 and a half, age 59 and a half. So this is a vital conversation that in every financial plan, we need to be thinking about how is Kurt Roscoff going to be ready for that? I'm going to be 53 on November 30th. So if I'm not ready for these things, bad on Kurt for not planning, because we should be entering our 50s with this stuff all ready to go. Annuities or life insurance plans, all this financial planning that Michael does needs to be in place. And someone like Emily should not be sitting there without understanding how in Emily's journey of life, how is she going to have long-term cares for what, not if she's going to need it, but when she's going to need it, right, Emily? There we go. That's where we start. The agreement from the people that are going to get the information. So, Michael, let's go to you. You have the information, and you are in this realm of service that when I say, Michael, how can Kurt Roscoff make sure that, so basically me, how am I, Michael, going to make sure that I have the long-term cares paid for? Because you're the financial guy. How do you help me make sure I have the reserves for long-term care that I will be needing in my life?
Am I able to share anything on the screen?
Yeah. Emily is able to set up.
I kind of have IRS quadrant sheet that I've kind of worked up.
There we go. Yeah, Emily's got all the powers as podcast engineer. She clicks there. Yes, Michael can show the world all of his amazing quadrant, information, sorting it out for us, making it easy to follow, giving us the game plan, the layout. And again,
That's awesome.
Really hone into this, folks, long-term cares and financial planning planning for a great retirement. And in doing so, you kind of need to know how money works. So here it is, the IRS quadrant in IUL. Take it away.
So the IUL is an indexed universal life insurance policy. And it has we kind of group these into 4 quadrants. The first quadrant is IRS code 7702A. We call this crediting for life. It gives you credits. It does have a loan provision that equals tax-free growth. Years 1 through 10, anything taking a loan out is at 0.5%. Any years 11 and 0 are 0% interest. This is a way to create an emergency fund, also a way to create a retirement supplement. And so sometimes they offer, when you do take out a loan, that it's not actually your money that is taken out of. It can be like the face value of the policy. You're taking a lien against the face value of the policy. So that's kind of how that works. Now, indexing, what is indexing? Well, it's cash for life. It gives you market potential with market protection. What does that mean? That's a great question. That means that when the market goes up, your account will perform well. And when the market goes down, you have no downside risk. So it gives diversification. Currently, we have an account that has a 10.5% cap. When the market goes up 10.5%, when it goes up 12%, you get 10.5% in the account. There's an account with JP Morgan, pays 190% participation rate. And Kurt says, Michael, that's great, but what in the world is 190% participation rate to me? I don't understand that. I'm so glad you asked, Kurt. That means if JP Morgan gets 10%, they get a 10% gain, they're going to give Kurt 19% in his account. So that's what that participation rate does. Now, if the market goes down, you get 0. Same thing with the market cap at 10.5%. If the market goes down, you get 0. So we kind of throw this fixed rate in here at 4.25%. Whether the market goes up or down, you're always going to get a 4.25% return. So we feel if you diversify these, kind of get a mixed bag of everything, and even if everything goes down, at least you're getting some type of return on your funds. So that is indexing. IRS code 101G, this is care for life. So this is income tax-free living benefits. We use a lean method. Even though my name is Michael Lean, I didn't come up with this idea. That was a good question, Kurt. I knew you were going that way. Versus the discounted method. Now the lean method, it goes into your face value of your policy. Depending on which condition it is, you can get between 60 and 95% of the face value of the policy for long-term care needs. Now, some other insurance, they give you less of that. And if you do take a bunch out of it, you could risk losing the life insurance passing on to your heirs or paying for final expenses. But this method does not do that. They always have a reserve. That's why you can only get about 95%. They still want to have a reserve for your final burial expenses. So that is how that works. The lean method maintains burial coverage. And how much does this cost, these living benefits? Well, this company doesn't have any added costs. Some other companies out there, I know they charge $15 to $20 a month for having this attached to your policy. So that is a story there. First, there's critical conditions, which it could be a heart attack or a stroke. Chronic conditions, this is when you cannot do 2 out of the 6 ADLs, activities of daily living. And so this could be bathing, eating, toileting, walking. So those are 4 out of the 6. And there's 2 more, which I don't have at my fingertips right now, but we can help with that. And a terminal case is cancer or something that the doctors feel that you're going to recover with. And so those are the 3 living benefits that this policy can give you to care for life. And finally, the final I is instant estate, coverage for life. You exchange a small amount of money for a legacy. Now, there have been cases where 2 or 3 months of client paying, they have passed away. And so in that case, could be 400, could be 300, $300,000 goes to that family. It doesn't replace the loved one, of course, who passed away, but it does give them an immediate legacy. And so what this does, could be $200 or $100 for $100,000 to $500,000 worth of death benefit, and this is all based upon the age and health of the individual. And what do we do when we sit down with a client? Well, we have a financial intake form. That's what FIF stands for. And we're looking for the Dimer method. What is Dimer? Dimer is, what debts does the client have? What is their income? How much mortgage or renter they're paying? Will they have an education expense upcoming, or do they just have regular expenses? And what are their needs for retirement? So that kind of covers our I quadrant, the 4 things we look for. Once again, that is IRS code 7702, crediting for life, indexing, cash for life, IRS code 101G, care for life, and instant estate, which is coverage for life. So this is kind of an example of what we're looking at. So this red line is the stock market, how it's kind of stock market index, how it's performed over time, kind of moves kind of all over the place. This is the S&P 500. And this blue line is a minimum guaranteed contract value. So that's kind of what we're looking at with a 4.25% rate of return. And then this is more like the JP Morgan or the 10.5 cap. This is the annuity. See up here, when the market really went down, it didn't go down, it didn't go up, but it stayed flat right here during this period. Then when the market hit bottom, started going up, it came up from a much higher level since it didn't lose any money, and it continues to outpace because of that. Then the market came down again, so it went flat again. And when the market came up, this is where it continued to go up. And this is kind of a history of Americans' equity index. So I just wanted to kind of show that picture to you. And that kind of is what this kind of plan does. We do have another plan that is more conditioned to help people eliminate debt. That is, it's called New Whole Life. Money goes into the policy, and the company pays about 5.5% dividends on your money. And after you build up so much money, again, you don't take it out of your savings, you take it out of the face value of the policy, and you can pay off those debts a lot quicker than putting your money in the bank 3 to 5 years. And since it's coming out of the face value of the policy, they charge you about 3.3% interest on that loan, whereas your money is still growing at 5.5%. So your money is still growing in that type of account. Those are a couple of things based on the life insurance that we work with. And Kurt, you mentioned annuities in your conversation before we started. So the annuities works very similar to this account right here in the green. So if somebody has worked their life and they don't want to risk something that happened like in 2008, where everything went down right over here. Well, actually, it's right over here, which seems to happen every 10 years or so. They can roll this money over, know they can get a lifetime income, and they will not lose any money, and they can still grow the money by putting it into the S&P 500 index or the NASDAQ index or a mixture of all three, or even throw that S&P of that JP Morgan fund in there, where you get 190% participation rate. When they get 10%, you get 19%. So that's kind of how that works.
All right, that sounds great. Thanks, Michael. Way to get us diving into it. And what I want to do right now is we have Alan on here. Alan is one of our friends that is very passionate about the income side of it. So he helps people draw the money in that a financial advisor like yourself, Michael, can help figure out how to strategize across the quadrants. So Alan Holmes, are you available to comment a little bit? What's your take on this quadrant approach and all of the nuggets and getting granular on finances? What's your look at this? What are you thinking with what Michael is showing us today?
Well, first of all, can you hear me?
Yes, we do.
Happy Saturday. I'm glad to be part of the World of Abilities, and thank you, Mr. Michael, for what a wonderful presentation. I kind of been, probably got my head down. I was taking notes. I feel like I'm going to financial literacy school. Anybody knows me that collaborating, connecting, and networking is what I love doing. And I always tell I specialize in connecting business owners, entrepreneurs with unique and innovative resources. And you, my friend, besides being from California, I'm from down here in Southern California area. You have financial literacy. I know this is your world, so I just brought up it said how money works for women. So but I love this because this is the passionate conversation that we've all have as a master connector, as an entrepreneur, as a business owner. We have to have ourselves together. And like Mr. Kurt here, he's 53, got 2 years on him. I'm 55, and I do not have myself together. I'm still in the process of burning this, so it is an honor, and I don't believe in a coincidence. It's a coincidence that we've got educated for you, sir. So thank you for changing the world. My question would be veterans. I'm a veteran of the U.S. Army, 13 Bravo, of this great country. What type of programs would you have for veterans, for someone who just maybe didn't plan properly and they're coming out of the service, or maybe they've been out for a while, or they're just trying to figure out how to move around? Is there something for those with that, as well as individuals who are maybe caring for their amazing wife, like I'm doing with mental illness? So I saw the chronic conditions that I think it was the third quadrant, I believe. So can you share a little bit about that? But I know that's kind of a long answer to what Kurt asked me and what I thought about, but it just stirred up a lot of good questions, which is a great presentation, sir.
Well, thank you. And Alan, your background, you look like you're just downstairs in my house. That looks exactly like the back, my shades and everything. So it's I'll just say that you're a part of our family. So
thank you, sir.
It's a pleasure to meet you. That's a great question. Our company helps people start in a financial business if that's what they have a desire to do. We coach them, help them build a business. And we find that people from the military, with your background, the organization and leadership skills that you bring to the table have been really good people. And whether or not that's your calling or whatnot, we love to help people in any way we can. You can start small and build it up. And we're glad we have, over Zoom, we have discussions and how to help people grow and, write down their goals and how to attack their goals and to reach them. They may seem outrageous at the moment, but if you continue to write down those goals 3 times a day, you'll be amazed how the good Lord brings things into our life to help accomplish them.
Yes, sir.
I'm not
Thank
sure
you.
if that was the right answer that you're looking for. You're
Well-
feel free to redirect me in any way possible so you can be satisfied with the information I shared with you.
Oh, absolutely. I would love to, follow on and those that are listening in the world really well, I know they'll follow up with you. And so, ladies and gentlemen, then this Kurt knows I do it. I do an instant transfer of collaborating, connecting, networking. Make sure you get with Michael if you're ready to change your world and change your legacy. Let's go ahead and have a conversation with Michael. I said Michael Lean. He's there on the World of Ability this Saturday. So back to you, Mr. Michael, for your vision, your dream, and thank you, Kurt and Emily and Marianne, for allowing me to be a part of this Saturday. Thank you, sir.
Alan, it's a pleasure meeting you. Where are you? Are you in Wisconsin?
Oh, no, I'm in a small town called in Henton, California. It's a, I always joke around, Kurt knows this, straight out of Compton. No, I was born in Compton, California, but I'm in Southern California, down in what they call the area of Inland Empire. Even though I feel like
Inland
sometimes.
Empire. Yeah, I know it well.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Okay.
my daughter went to school in the city of Orange.
Oh, yes, the beautiful city of Orange. We're the ones with the mouse. I can't say that, otherwise I'll have to pay royalties, but yes, yes, I do.
There you go.
I
So
gotcha.
there you go. Speaking of animation and speaking of Imagineering and in their financial conversation, manifesting money. And Alan, you mentioned Marianne in the list of thanks. So Marianne, we want to check in with you, check in with your phone and see, Marianne, if you're in a place where you can say hello to the audience and dive in to this conversation of finances.
Yeah, aloha. This is Mariana
Aloha.
White. I'm Mariana Waikiki. I'm the Acts of Kindness series author and application developer. And I'm grateful I won the Awesome Foundation grant, $1,000 in July from the Oahu chapter. This past Monday, we donated and gifted the Waikiki School for the Deaf a water unit with partners Leanne McLaughlin with Clean Water Foundation, who will be joining us in the next hour, as well as we gifted them the books for October is Anti-Bullying Month, Rabbit Acts of Kindness, No Bully, and coloring books. So I'll have a follow-up Zoom introduction with them later this month, and we're hoping to become a best-selling author on ebook. So with Santa Papa John. So we'll tell you more about that when they join us in the next hour. So good things are happening this week. I'm also done traveling in Canada. I'm back in San Carlos, Mexico. Sailing book signing tour is back on. And we went to the Navarrete bilingual school to show the books and the puppet. And they are excited. This is an English-speaking private school here that we're going to be volunteering on Mondays. And the principal's son does animation. So we're letting that flow. But I want to share with you too, Alan. I want to connect you with Rio Martel in Honolulu, Hawaii. She was a filmmaker, a Lelo TV producer, and Actors Guild. And she sent me her new business card. She's doing small business loans. So I want to pass her card off to you and have her connect with you. And we wanted to find out how we could get a hold of Jasper then too, because Jasper was looking for film funding, and I wanted to link her up with Jasper. So Kurt, do you have his?
I may be in Hawaii, Honolulu next year. I'd love to follow up with you.
I'll be sailing somewhere, but yeah. And Leon is taking us around the world too, because Leon's going to be opening up these juice, coffee, water, tea bars, starting by Allen in Beverly Hills, Scottsdale, and Sedona. So that's 2025's agenda. I'm not sure if I'll be in Hawaii.
Okay. Thanks for sharing that. That's amazing.
Yeah.
What's the name of your book?
My book, we have a series. It's Underwater Acts of Kindness. It's on Audible. And we have Rabbit Acts of Kindness, No Bully, Righteous Acts of Kindness. And I am editing, finishing up formatting Cool Acts of Kindness for Climate Change, featuring Leon McLaughlin, the Clean Water Foundation. So it's a nice series, and we hope to get them off to Netflix next year.
That's awesome.
So the books are written for animation movies with sign language characters and soundtrack by Hawaiian local singer Lucy and the Perfect Wave, who have now relocated to Germany. She's on her new journey. And but yeah, we got YouTube videos of the ASL fingerspelling alphabet, Dr. Fingers, the fingerspelling hermit crab, Eve, the fingerspelling bumblebee, Chelsea, the courageous sign language chicken, and Greta Gobble on the golf course. So you read the chapters of the book, and then you go learn the alphabet, and then you play the games, such as counting how many life jackets are in the water and sign language numbers. And words of the mammals. It's great fun, so go out and play. I'm Mariana Waikiki. Great to meet you. We're talking about financial literacy at the Navarrete Bilingual School here, and being in contact with Lee Rosenberg to see if we could get books from him to bring to the school called How Money Works. So it works because we're networking on Happy Neighborhood Project. Thank you again.
There we are. So we're working to bring a little bit of that vibe from H&P, Happy Neighborhood Project, because over there with our Chief Happiness Officer, Edwin, it's all about, hey, we're the happiest place in the world for business people. So here we are. We got some business people on the screen here, and, we're really imbibing in, what we're really excited here at the World of Ability Podcast Network and this anchor show, World of Ability Show. It is something where, Marianne brings out that, very concrete work being done from the deaf and hard of hearing community. We add on in World of Ability, we consider all of our friends who are blind or visually impaired, folks who have a physical disability, all of our professionals and friends who have an intellectual developmental disabilities. We expand this discussion and not forget about people with disabilities that have a mental health diagnosis and those that have life living in chronic pain. And in all of this, we're serving a lot who have a goal of substance use reduction. So when we really get down to it, we're right wrapped up into what our agency staffs are working on in the field of health and human services. For sure, disability services, and in this aspect of humanitarian efforts, like the Clean Water Foundation and so on and so forth. So we really are attracting a lot of do-gooders, in what we do. People thinking in the realm of pay it forward. We're connected to the Mutual Aid Network, Helpopedia, Spirit of the Game. This Zoom that Emily is operating off of here for all of his podcasting is provided by Spirit of the Game Foundation. So that's what it's all about, a collective effort moving forward together. We're with Project Die Hard. I'm an ambassador with Project Die Hard, a veteran service organization with a concerted effort to combat veteran suicide by spreading hope to veterans. And let's not make any mistake. When we are looking at saving the lives of veterans, for a great share of our veterans, it really would make a big difference to help veterans and their families deal potentially with a rocky road in finances. Finances can be a source of a lot of emotional roller coaster, a lot of doubt, and a lot of wondering what we're doing. If we have children and we're worried about our financial legacy, and we're that veteran dealing with PTSD and a lot of other things really weighing down, you feel the weight of the world on your shoulders, so this is an all hands on deck initiative, folks. I just put a post out on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and out and around on my note card. And you can check it out at note card. Everybody else out there can hop on note card, check it out. I put it down that I entered into prayer this morning. We had the president of Project Die Hard was citing sacred scripture to show the sound foundation we're operating off of with how Project Die Hard operates. And we're excited about years of operation with a base, a forward operating base, which is 20 acres of property with a facility on it, which includes serving as a group home for veterans and their families. Now, right now, we don't have it where we need to be because we're in that financial crunch, so everything Michael is talking about, and in his financial advising, he has clients that are considering their charitable contributions. They are putting down beneficiaries, in their wills and insurance plans and so forth. So consider Project Die Hard to be a beneficiary of whatever you might have to offer, because it's about saving the lives of veterans. Emily, come on in here, co-hosting, podcast engineer extraordinaire, virtual assistant, super helper, it's Emily Gomer. Emily, come on in here. What do you have next? You've got the 5 of us huddled up here. This is your plan, your podcast. Where do we go from here? Emily Gomer, what say you?
So yeah, we have other podcasts in the network, not just this one. So everybody's welcome to join us on any of those if anybody's interested or it's in their schedule. Yeah, it was just, yes, Kurt.
Well, you were kind of putting a little tease out there. Emily's picking up on all of these traits from mass media, television for sure, to put out a tease. We talked about that we met Michael through podcasting. So why don't we just double back and come back to Michael? Let's back up the train.
Yeah, it was actually through a posting party.
Let's go back to Michael. And Michael, you met Emily and me through a posting party by our illustrious mentor, Kathy Weaver. And how did you come to find out about Kathy? How did it come to be you were invited to the posting party? And, what was happening there? And what's all the magic all about a posting party? And why are you even meeting folks like Emily and me? Take it away, Michael.
Well, thank you so much, Kurt and Emily. Yeah, I'm an ambassador on Alignable, and I'm always reaching out to interesting people. So I reached out to Kathy. We had a one-on-one call over Zoom. She told me about her posting party. She invited me to the post party at 8 a.m. on LinkedIn on Mondays. And I went there on a fabulous Monday, and that's where I met Kurt and Emily. And I just followed up with them and had a great conversation with both of them. They invited me to come on to this podcast today, and hopefully Kurt can come on the podcast with me shortly thereafter. We want to spread the good news of both of our ventures. We want to help all the people that are kind of connected to me on all the various social channels, learn about all the good work that the World of Ability is doing and how they can take part in it. So that I'm always trying to pay it forward and learning from great leaders like Kathy, Kurt, Emily, and I just want all of us to work together in a peace and harmony and be able to create a long-lasting change.
So Michael. So, Michael, you said you
Before we get too far, Michael, what was Kathy doing on the posting party? What were you doing on what were you actually doing? Like, I want our audience to know if they were at a posting party, what would they be looking forward to? If they hop on, what's going on? How do they participate? What is Kathy doing helping us out through the posting party? Describe it for us.
Yeah, that's great. That's a great question. So Kathy really takes us down to LinkedIn. She wants to educate us to make sure that we're taking advantage of everything that LinkedIn has to offer. You know, if we have a podcast, you know, let's broadcast right on the top of our profile. You know, in blue, you know, join our YouTube podcast. You know, that's one of the things. And she just takes us down through all the different things that she's discovered that LinkedIn has available to us that we may not know about. And she's a great educator from that method. She wants all of us to succeed more, get all the people that we want to reach out to know about us. And that's kind of what the posting party is. It's about education, helping one another, and then it gives us the ability to network and connect with one another so we can go on one-on-one or be on each other's podcasts and just kind of keep delivering that message.
Exactly. Thanks for that, Michael. That is great. And the other important part about defining a posting party by definition is we all come with a post. So if this show, and it can be, we can have a posting party about this show, Alan's show, your show, Michael, Mary Ann's shows, Emily's other shows. We can make this a big show posting party, and we can have 5 links in the chat. And to the point about Kathy Weaver's format about a LinkedIn posting party, she facilitates it from that front to show people how to make their posts, best practices in a post, and then where to grab the link to the post, to share it on a posting party, put it in the chat on Zoom where we're having the posting party, and then people click on the link that they got from their own account. People at the posting party, we click on it, we go to it, the post is there, we read through it, we have the thoughts provoked, and then we react, and then we comment. And depending on how much it fits into what we want on our feed for posts, we might actually share that post onto our feed as well, you know, as a possibility. You know, so basically the idea is we're always asking people in social media to react, comment, and share. That's what we're always doing in social media fashion. And then what we do on LinkedIn can be transposed in most ways to Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. You can use a lot of the same best practices on those other formats. Once you learn, you know, how to do it top notch on LinkedIn, you can improve what you're doing on all social media platforms. But the idea is with these algorithms that instead of me just putting a post, that if I give the 4 of you my post, and Emily goes in there and reacts and comments, and then Kathy teaches us about hyperlinking back to me to keep the conversation going, and then Michael, you react and comment on my post, and then Alan reacts and comments on the post, and Mary Ann does. Now LinkedIn is able to say, wow, there's 5 people getting together on this topic. Maybe the algorithm can push it out a little bit more and see if other people hop on board for the 6th, 7th, 8th. And, you know, if it really takes off, it gets to the point where it shows trending on LinkedIn. So, Emily, you were jumping in here. You were going to say something before I kept us on the posting party regiment. What were you bringing forward, Emily? What was bubbling up?
No, I was just saying that, you know, Michael was mentioning that he has his own show or podcast. And Michael, if you wanted to say anything about what your show is about or how often or how somebody would connect into your show or anything like that.
Yeah, I do 2 shows.
Okay.
I do a financial podcast every day. I don't do it usually on Saturday, but I do a kind of weekend report on Sunday, kind of news that is affecting our financial markets. And then I do Saturday Small Business Leaders, where I just have small business leaders like Kurt on. I just want to profile them. I want to learn what kind of motivated them to get in their current business or work that they're working on. Just ask them a few questions that people understand their passion and what really moves them forward and how they use that to really improve the world. And I love doing that, whether it be a small business or an association, even teacher. I even had a young man, he just graduated from college and he was doing great things for the small company up in New York State. And, you know, I love just talking to people and learn about their passions and helping them continue to kind of get more bandwidth or more people following them.
So, Michael, how would we enjoy your show? Are you able to screen share or pull up your YouTube or however you're bringing it out? Let's educate.
Yeah, both of those shows are on
Watch
on
archive.
YouTube, and I'll just type that in here.
So, Emily, are you able to grab that and do a screen share so that, you know, people can watch you, Emily, subscribing to his channel? And then Michael, you know, in business or in Hollywood, we're always about, hey, have your people contact my people and we can do business. So my people basically is Emily. So after you schedule your podcast, Emily is their scheduler. Emily can work with you. Like say next Saturday, I'm going to be on your show. Emily would be the one to make that happen. Right, Emily?
Yes.
All
That'd
right.
be awesome.
Oh, Emily, do you need me to help you do the screen share because you got the multiple platforms, or are you doing the screen share?
Well, I ended up stopping one to do this here.
Oh, okay. All right. Robbing Peter to pay Paul. Here we go. Keeping that financial theme. You see how I do that?
Yeah. It's pretty good.
Yeah, thanks. All right. So we're going to see Michael's mornings with Michael. And here, let me see if I can dress this up a little bit. We have quotation marks. I'm not used to that with links. We're going to put an @ sign here, youtube.com/@ mornings with Michael. Sure enough, it comes up. And what we want everybody to do is to go ahead and subscribe to the channel, Mornings with Michael, titled with Michael's name here. And look at that, you can dive right in. So there you go. Emily Gomer is now live on World of Ability. Subscribe to Mornings with Michael. So there you go.
This,
Caught up. See what
Small
we're missing.
Business Saturday, you can find that under the playlist of the Saturday Small Business Leaders, right under there.
There you go. So apparently, folks, this is your teaser coming soon to, you know, your YouTube subscription, you know, Mornings with Michael. Apparently, you're going to see my mug on there. Some probably not too far down the road. So look at that. World of Ability finding its way into just about everything, because the way the world works around here, it's OMG, EMG. All roads lead to Emily Gomer. So there you go. Speaking of Emily Gomer, what's next on this, your World of Ability podcast show? What do you have for Alan and Marianne as your panelists, Emily? Are we going to do some teamwork and keep the conversation going?
Well, just still talking about kind of podcast, Alan. I know that we're working with you on your show. You want to say anything about your Wednesday morning show at all?
Yes, thank you, Emily. You know, the Massey, anybody knows me, again, my favorite line. I am a Master Connected, but however, I turn into MC Holmes on Wednesdays at 8 a.m. Pacific. It's pre-recorded, so we'd love to have any of yours in the listening audience, including financial literacy, the Marianne Waikiki, and the rest of the world, because at the end of the day, it's about mastery of connections, specializing in providing resources that are around the world that can bring value to you as well as financial education. Hint, hint. So that's what Mastery of Connections is on Wednesdays at 8 a.m. Pacific. I'd love to have you as a guest. Just email us at masteryofconnections@gmail.com, or just go ahead and reach out to Emily and let her know you would love to be a guest, so we can find out how you can be the next superstar, and it's your, not 15, but 20 to 25 minutes of fame. Let us know how we can be of service. Thank you, Miss Emily Gomer. Back to you, the podcast queen and engineer.
All right. Well, Emily's jumping back in here. I'm going to come on in with more on the numbers. 40,000. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I talked about sacred scripture. 40 is quite an instrumental number in sacred scripture. Emily, I'm going to do a little reveal here. I probably shouldn't talk about this in any conversation or the public, but I'm just going to say it. Emily, you're 40. All right, there you go. We got that done. All right, so now we're talking 40,000 people. Now, what is going on with 40,000 people? 40,000 people are going to show the power of California in igniting movements. Most people don't know that we have the Americans with Disabilities Act because of California. It took Californians traveling across the country to DC to lead the self-advocates and putting the pressure on, being put full of piss and vinegar and saying, we're not waiting another day. You keep pushing us off. We want it now. Americans with disabilities want the laws to change now. Californians led that to say not another day. So we have Americans with Disabilities Act thanks to California. There we go. We got that education out of the way. So now we're moving on to a celebratory way to build unity across the United States of America. We have a group, People for a New America, Unity, Peace, and Freedom Music Festival. One vision, heal our nation. And right now we are in the clinches of it all. The character, the personality of the USA. People around the world have been watching how the USA is in kind of a civil unrest. And so we are looking to serve our fellow Americans in a great grand way. We're talking about Lollapalooza. We're talking about Woodstock. We're talking about We Are the World here, folks. We're talking about that ever so effective musician, Michael Jackson. You know, we're talking about bringing the days of the 80s back to the forefront and bring it out of the Los Angeles market right there at Warner Center Park, right there in Woodland Hills, California. And Emily's involved with making it a hybrid event. This team has a live streaming team that is going to supply the world with a link that Emily's going to help deploy it out through the World Ability Podcast Network and right here at the World Ability Podcast Show next Saturday. And we're going to empower people to take a look at doing humanitarian work and serving a nation like we've never seen before. This is a free event, folks. So this is who do you know in the Los Angeles market that would get out to there, fill one of those 40,000 seats. And if you don't know anybody, who do you know that would be willing to respond with their response to that question? Who do they know? This is a unity trail. This is a peace trail. This is a freedom trail. This is a healing trail. This is a vision that here in the United States of America, we're better than this, folks. In the United States of America, we can do better. And we're going to do it better together, starting with 40,000 people out of California, live streaming out around the world. And we're going to show the world how a nation takes itself to the next level in a revolutionary format that's done in a very serendipitous fashion. These people are right on the mark, folks. When I look at my passion in the World of Ability podcast, these folks are the haven for me. How about you? I'm encouraging all Americans to take this as an all hands on deck initiative and a request to see in 7 days to ask the question is, what love do you have for America? What passion do you have? What patriotism do you have? What do you got in you to do a little something? Like our friend Zach Clayton says, if you're not helping someone, you're hurting everyone. So I'm putting this out there like an ice bucket challenge. I think everybody can do something to make this success a great success. I told the team there that we're going to bust wide open beyond that 40,000, and I'll be involved in helping people find hospitality outside of Warner Center Park to really show that we set up for 40,000 and we had 80,000. What do you think about that, folks? I am trying to put the X on the spot here with Think X. Look at that. The X marks the spot right here at Warner Center Park, and all of the live streaming coming out through the World of Ability Podcast Network, our YouTube channels, LinkedIn channels, Facebook channels, Twitter X Spaces, and if you have a platform, get with Emily. Tap into Emily's podcasting, live streaming capacity. Let's knock the socks off of this one. Let's get this to where, we're seeing it on Amazon Prime, where we're seeing it on Netflix. This is the stuff that, to me is as important as a presidential address. All right, with that, Emily, what more do you have to say, Emily, on the music festival?
That we just learned about this music festival, I think, just like a few days ago, Kurt, and through this woman named Darlene, and this is her big thing for the next week, is promoting this music festival, and so that's what she sort of came to the meeting with this music festival. So I encourage everybody to check it out, or anything like that.
We want action, Emily. Check it out and do something.
Yes.
Tell your
that
tell
too.
neighbor, when you're on a phone call, say, hey, have you heard about this? 99.99% chance they haven't. Be the one to tell people. We want everybody to act. What do you think, Alan? I know Alan's been acting on the music festival.
Yes. Southern California is a kind of a hub spot from anybody knows that who comes down here, and this music festival, just one voice. I really believe that it's going to really shake the foundation of the unity and bringing back this togetherness that we so much need, like you said, Kurt. And thank you for that tip. I did not know. I know Michael and I are just proud Californians down here. I'm proud to hear that the California ABA was actually started here. You educated men always see. Master Connect always tell people, I don't know everything. And if you're in the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. So we're here to learn and collaborate, connect with the unity event that I will be definitely putting out the word and reaching out to Darlene and supporting with various different Southern California organizations to get this across the globe, to turn the temperatures down. And this is a word from what I call myself, Big Unc. Because if I have to come down there, then we're going to have fun and just a wonderful Saturday. But I won't be doing a promise I can't sing. We won't do that. So don't look for that. But I will be supporting you anyway. Back to you, Mr. Kurt, Emily, Michael, and Marianne, and the rest of the listeners, audience of the World of Ability and the Disability General across the world. Back to you, sir.
Hey, Ellen, I need your phone number, please, so I can send you the Rio Martel business card.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I know we're here on the live stream, but the FamilyShowPro.com, you can go there, or you can go for 951-599-8141. That's the Google Voice, 951-599-8141. For the listening
Okay.
audience,
Say that
You may,
again, 951.
599-8141.
Oh,
So you can go to familyshowpro.com or check out No Car. And I'm never far from around the cyber world. There you go, World of Ability. I do everything but sunshines and smiles and no singing. So I promise you won't hear me sing. But I will get financially educated though with Michael Lindo. That I will do. Make sure we do that as our guest between Marion and Waikiki. Okay, Kurt, you know I'm running now. You have to, ladies and gentlemen, back to Kurt and Emily for the Order of Ability.
And there's a song about that. There's a song titled "The Rambling Man." All right, so Michael, I want to check in with you. You have stayed with us for quite a power hour. Are you in this for additional time, or are you going to be saying goodbyes? Where are you time-wise, Michael? What are your plans?
Well, I downloaded the Workability flyer and post that to Alignable. Try to get as much information. I appreciate everybody sharing out. I appreciate everybody being on here. I'll probably move on that the power hour is over. I look forward to following up with Emily so I can get Kurt on the show and continue to network and help people that I've run into today grow. And I'm going to follow up with Alan. I'm connected with you on LinkedIn. Hopefully we can connect and continue our relationship there as well. And Marianne, great kudos to you. I'll try to find you as well online.
yes, please do. Check out the book.
You betcha.
Christmas is coming and Santa Claus is reading our books on story time. So we got good things happening with this team.
Underwater at kindness, is that?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
All right.
I'll check out all you guys. It's been a wonderful pleasure. Hope you have a great weekend. Many blessings to all of you.
Thanks, Michael. Great show. Way to go.
Welcome.
Welcome back anytime.
Yeah.
Have a good
Thank
one.
you, Michael.
Awesome.
All right. Speaking of Santa Papa John, Emily is deep into her continued promotions. Emily is hopping on board, being a big promoter of TikTok. So Santa Papa John is reporting tremendous success on TikTok, and he is planning a 7 p.m. Central, so 5 p.m. Pacific time, so 6 p.m. Mountain time. He's going to be starting a few hours worth of TikTok. So that's kind of how he does it. He's 7 to 10 Central, 5 to 8 Pacific, 6 to 9 Mountain time. He's going to be on TikTok, and he just has a very impressive population out there that comes to eat up Santa and talk and chat and get Santa reacting to everything they type into TikTok. And I've been on it once before. It was like a month and a half ago. And I've been talking about it for a month and a half. And now Emily's going to make sure to hold me accountable to get on TikTok with Santa today. And he takes a daily effort with that. So stick with Santa Papa John on TikTok. Emily, what's next? You have Marianne, Alan, you have Special K. We got the OMG EMG Factor. What are we going to do with the four of us? Speaking of a quadrant, the quadrant of personalities here, and we're going to have the quintet. We're going to have Liam McLaughlin coming in here.
There you go.
Let's see.
Oh, when he comes back.
Yep, he popped in to be with us, but that was a tease. He's going to be hitting those buttons on the phone to get back in here. So stay tuned.
Yeah, we may have seen us showing up sometime soon too here. So
Oh my gosh, it just keeps getting better, folks.
yeah.
All right, Emily, how are we going to do this here? What do you have for Marianne? What do you have for Alan? What are you doing, Emily, in World of Ability now?
Hold on. But yeah, just talking about Leon. So Leon is the founder of the Clean Water Foundation. He's out in the Seattle, Washington area, and helping get water filters. The different groups like the at least one Indian reservation, like the Hopi Indian Reservation in Arizona, and other places. But can let him say any more about that when he comes back on here. And also talking about Santa. Santa has a show that we're helping him with. And on the first and third Monday of the month. So we'd love to have everybody join us there to tell us about your ideas, and if you have any ideas or ways you can help Santa, it's on. I'd love to have you join us for that too. So yeah, Santa's next show is coming up in just in a couple days on Monday. So I'd love to have everybody join us. Should be like 3 Pacific, 5 Central. And also, I guess one other thing, we do have a few other events coming up. One of them is coming up this coming Thursday. I guess Leon is on a conference call right now. Okay. It's going to, so next coming up Thursday, with our Easy Expo event. Easy Expo is a virtual booth platform. Where we met the founder, or again with all of California people. Founder of Easy Expo is in California, as well. But so the event on Thursday is going to include like demos of the Easy Expo platform, as well as like speakers and so on. So if anyone is interested in being a speaker or just join us to send these speakers, to let us know. Kurt, do you have anything else you want to say about that? I'm gonna maybe bring up this article that Leon just posted.
Well, the question I have is, Emily, I want to hear a report with everybody that comes on to World of Ability. Is is Michael set up to be a speaker on Thursday?
Not at the moment.
How about Alan?
I don't know if anybody's set up as one. I mean, I think Matt mentioned it to Alan. I don't know if we confirmed a time yet with Alan, but
How about Marianne?
Marianne yet either. But I mean, Marianne, if you're interested in confirming a time to talk about something, let us know. Anytime between.
Yeah, Emily, I think what we're going to do right now is we're going to bounce back to Leon's topic.
Yeah, I was just going to bring that up when that's what I was trying to do when you asked that question.
Yes, so we want to ask Leon if he by chance is available. I'm trying to think the timing is at like 8 in the morning or something. So But basically, if you can take that over, I've got a call coming in. I have to jump to while you take over.
So I have this article that Leon about Leon having a different strain. So this was about he was in Hawaii doing an event on October 5th. And so this is kind of a little bit about that. So it looks like they were able to send 17 more filters to the Hopi and Navajo reservations. And while raising awareness of the Clean Water Foundation. And so they had the October 5th event. They had the Real Deal music group there. Looks like there's some pictures, and they had a presentation. The Kiwanis Club. Kiwanis raised over $100 million. Well, 2 million volunteers. And so about water for the children of the Hopi Number Reservation, children around the world, and Water Music Project in El Salvador and Australia, which is coming up in 2025. And so this is big article here. So yeah, it's connected with the Gold Coast magazine. So these are like the filters here. It looks like there's going to be a public event, Hip Hop Climate Conference, November 7th, at the University of Washington, discuss possible water treatment plans on the reservation in El Salvador. Looks like they raised enough money to provide fresh, clean drinking water for 4,600 families. That's awesome. Here, am I even sharing my screen? Oh. I'm not sure if I was even sharing my screen. Here we go. So the October 5th concert, sending 17 filters. About climate conference, I think that's November 7th. So this is awesome. Aaron, do you have any updates you'd like to share about you and your any more updates about what you're doing?
Well, Liana has an article from Hawaii that he just sent me. I haven't had a chance to read it. He's on the phone with Joe Wright right now, the marketing member for the Clean Water Foundation, to bring the Acts of Kindness series to these thousands of locations in the future. So, yeah, that's what's going on. We're waiting for Leanne to join us. And where's Santa Papa John? We want to set a date so we could get a best-selling date with Jay Stoyan as well, to announce that we're going to be gifting Rabbit Acts of Kindness No Bully on Amazon for free on a special day. October's Anti-Bullying Month.
And now you're working with Christian as well. How are things going with that? So let me see. So yeah, we have other things going on here. So then we do have a telethon coming up here that we connected with out of Florida on. And also there's a 37-hour holiday event that we are also working towards too, as well, with Santa Papa John and another Santa out of the UK. And the community pay it forward
What's happening?
organization as well. Check on that thing up as well. And so yes, Santa also has a program about if you are Santa approved, and about having Santa on your oh yeah, so we have the have the jury list type telethon on December 15th, as well as the 37-hour holiday event over at Christmas. And with Santa Papa John and another Santa out of the UK. And with the community pay it forward organization. And as well, and so if anybody's interested in being a part of any of those things, please let us know. And we also have something we do every single day at 12 o'clock noon central, so just a couple hours ago. We're doing what's called the 12 o'clock shakedown, which everybody is welcome to join us. So it started by somebody here in the Madison, Wisconsin area. during COVID. To get moving due to feeling the effects of COVID. And so it's there's 15. It's a music and filled by our friend Mark, who tells us about the different holidays and musician birthdays and so on, held by social time. If anybody is, I do that every single day at 12 o'clock noon Central, 10 o'clock Pacific, 1 Eastern. I'm as interested in that to let us know I can get you the link to join us on Zoom. Otherwise, we are live streaming it on Facebook and YouTube and so on. And I'll those have everybody join us.
What's his name?
So I am going to bring up a bit of a slideshow here in a second, so I can get to it here. So let me first of all here I am going to share wrong fire. I'm gonna share this share here. So yeah, I'll not through the Happy Neighborhood Project, which a few of us are co-hosts for. And so the Happy Neighborhood Project was started by in Edwin, who is originally from Nigeria, but is now in the California area. So in the 2009, in 2009, he went out and talked to over 1,000 people about happiness, and was recognized by the United Nations for of his work in global happiness, and was asked to do a TEDx talk, and So the Happy Bird Project is this networking group. Has like weekly meetings that you can attend. Platform Gold Brunch. And there's a go like big events going on. International Day of Happiness. The the United Nations set March 20th as the official day to celebrate the International Day of Happiness. And so the Happy Bird Project has had by event the Friday, either the Friday closest or this year was right on March 20th. Both of these events, there's hop in with speakers, vendor booths, speed networking, prizes, giveaways, and so on. And so they're both great events. So we do have different shows as part of the network here. This one's World of Ability every Saturday. And then we also have Ability MK Now. So there's a radio show I do every Wednesday. It's a 29-minute show. It's connected with a community radio station in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And it's led by Kurt's wife, Sue. And probably directly after that, we have the TDC Today show, which is connected with the Disability Channel. That is headquartered in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And the Disability Channel is all about TV, radio, media, and so on. And showcase abilities. And I've been working with people with disabilities and veterans. And they do have a education an educational program called Digital Ventures. There you can learn about the different things in media and so on. And on Sundays, we have the Blue Collar Show with our friend Tim Trojan. Business chips, side hustles, and so on for blue collar workers. And then on Mondays, we have her with our friends at Project iHeart and do a PDH Mission Monday. And about bringing hope to veterans and trying to combat the veteran suicide rate. On Tuesdays, we have the SB Bridge Show, which is about like diagnosis, Asperger's, autism, and being torchbearers, and so on, and things kind of connected with like diagnosis and so on. And we have on Tuesday evenings, we have the World of Pets. That's our Debbie Hayes. And anything about our furry friends. And also a little bit of connected with immune support with a special kind of mushroom. And Wednesday morning, we have the master, as Alan was saying earlier, we have the Mastery of Connections. It's a Mastery of Connections, so with him. And then on Fridays, we have Conversation for All, with Christian and EC Marketing for All, which is kind of about networking and making connections and so on. And then we have Revolutionaries Marketing with mostly marketing and MA. Which is, it sounds all about like marketing you and your organization, and promotion and things along those lines. With our friend John. And then those are weekly shows. So then once a month we have the listen program with our friend Sean out of Australia. And so it's kind of listening and other things connected with what he's doing. And another once a month show we have is World of Nutrition with Maryland out of Hawaii. And kind of talking about nutrition, connected, contact with then kind of connect with nutrition, her and mind, body, soul, kinds of things. And then we have Zach at the PAC channel started, which is connected with his organization Community Paid Forward and his program of all coming together. And he does every week. And then we are a part of her and I are our working board members of the Humans United Mutual Aid Network, the Mutual Aid Network, which is another like economic solution and helping people, but not necessarily always financially. And then we're talking about one music festival in California a little bit ago, but we are also connected with somebody else in Colorado who has also doing a music festival called the Shine Music Festival. It is about having everybody, no matter if you have a disability or not, having access to the whole grounds and not having separate areas for people with disabilities. And we are also connected with the nonprofit TV network, which is all about promoting all of the great nonprofits out there. And if anybody's interested in, if you don't have one already, creating between a 30-second and 2.5-minute video about a nonprofit and or your connection to a nonprofit, just let me know, or like help creating the video. So let me know. Probably on their Facebook page, so on, and They are out of Texas. And so also are connected, pulling each other along, which is a group that helps put on sports camps for kids with disabilities. And then are connected with No Card, which is an all-in-one marketing tool. Connected with referrals and on social media section and messaging and so on. And kind of a spirit of the game, which that's their Zoom we're on right now. And the spirit of the game is a nonprofit organization or global organization all about making an impact on your community, your work, or making an impact and accountability at someone. And then so connected with Helpopedia, which is an educational or nonprofit that on the East Coast. That it's all about education and youth development and really like high school and college age students with finding like where to go to school and stuff outside of that. You're part of the Great Discovery, which is a platform about creating content or creating like courses. You can put your own like courses up there, like sell your own courses, or you can go in there and take other people's courses and so on. And we are connected with Treasure Island, which is a reality TV series that is in the works of being created. And I was talking about the CX before. Booth is your own virtual sign up as an attendee and see all the other booths and be able to connect with the other booths and stuff on there. And if you like a booth on there, please let me know and get that set up. And also, as I said before, I'm part of a planning committee for an adult autism conference, which this year's conference is just coming up in a couple of weeks here on November 2nd. Different speakers and have different discussions, different topics. Our theme this year is across the lifespan. And so it's a all day thing on the first Saturday. And so it will be should be a good time. And let me see here. So let me see if I can I want to bring up the website here. So this is the conference website. So as the first time we're having it as a hybrid event. Last few years have been on Zoom due to COVID. The first year we had it in person. This is the first time we're trying a hybrid thing. And so we have a few different speakers here. And so the in-person part is going to be at Madison College. And then we're going to have a on Zoom part as well. And so if you can go to the website to register for it. And it'll have some social time like afterwards and the next day and so on. So these are different topics: employment in the younger adulthood, adult advocacy and organizing, and autism and aging. So it should be a good time here. So I invite everybody to join us for that. And let me see here. So I think when I am going to can bring up the Easy Expo platform and show everybody that. Let me see. All right, so I am share my screen here. And so here is the Easy Expo. Link to Easy Expo. So as you come on, here you can click either the blue or the orange join now button. And come up to this page where you can put in your information here to sign up as an attendee. And then once you put in this information, then you go back to the page that we were just on here. And then click this blue sign in button up in the upper right hand corner here and sign in. So I am sign in here quick to show everybody. So I'll come up with here. So if you have any, so I should come up here to the lobby here. So if you have any, and the Thursday event, and this time is in Central Time. And so if you have any events that you'd like to help promote it on here, the details you can put them on here for everybody to see and attend if they are able to. And then we also have other things you're able to at least text chat anybody else that's on here as well. And then there's also the pages. Otherwise, there's also a separate lounge here. You can use video chat, and there was a text chat somewhere on here too. Now there's the text chat, and I use video. And then in the auditorium, if you have any other like other videos, but you want promoted, you can put them on here. Do have a few up here of people either who sent me other videos or to Bobby, or a few of these are past podcasts that we've helped out with. So if anybody has any other videos, you can put them up here as well. In the virtual hall, we have these different categories. I mean, everybody would be put in this featured hall, but if you had a category that you fell under, it can put you in there as well. If you don't see a category on here that you would fit into, please let me know. I can certainly add that category. And so if you click on the featured hall here, there's some of the booths that already have been started or created here. And if you click on disabilities here, these are all of the booths that have been created around here. and we'd love to see you have a booth on here as well. So if anybody is interested in having it, please let me know. Can get a booth created. I just need like a logo or graphic, an intro video, any links to websites, social media, any documents, and so on. And if you have any announcements that you'd like to say, so let's go on one here. So we can have your graphic or logo here, and then you have like an intro video here. I can have announcements, and then you can also have your links listed on here as well. So if anybody is interested, that's a little bit of what Easy Expo is about. And we are getting so close to the end here of the show. But I see we have Leon coming back here. See if Leon comes in.
Yes.
Welcome, Leon.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Everything's going good. Just got back from Hawaii. We did that installation for the school for the deaf and blind that Mariana connected us up with and gave that donation to put that water unit in the school. It was an amazing presentation, and those kids was amazing. We're looking at doing a fundraiser in Waikiki, Hawaii because of that. And we're working with some folks that actually have a brand new restaurant next to the Hawaiian Hilton Village. So that's really good on doing a Water for Children fundraiser at one of the owner's restaurants. And I was also at the Waikiki Yacht Club where I connected up with those guys at a friend of mine connected me up at the Waikiki Yacht Club here in Seattle from Foss tugboats. So the Hawaiian trip was great. We got a November 7th event at the University of Washington, Hip Hop for Peace. That's gonna be great. We're looking at putting some water treatment plants in El Salvador and for the Hopi and Navajo to put more water units and water treatment plants, which is really great. So we're stepping up the game. And these fundraisers is amazing. And Mariana coming out with the acts of kindness, coloring books that's going to the kids at the school there for the deaf and the blind. So everything's going great. Like I said, the November 7th event we're having at the University of Washington is going to be huge. We're looking at going over to El Salvador and then getting that funding from the private equity group. That should be done within the next 30 to 60 days. I just talked to those guys, and then we're going to really be spreading the word and have funds to do a lot of things, opening up those stores. And we also hooked up with some Hawaiian coffee farmers, and we'll be doing some projects with them where 10% of the sales will go for Clean Water Foundation for Water for Children. And if anybody want to join us on any of these events or donate for the kids to have clean water, you can go to www.cleanwaterfoundationwa.org. Any amount helps, and it's a tax write-off. So things are going really, really great.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we couldn't have never done it without you, Emily, and you guys, you know what I'm saying, with the network of ability. Couldn't have never done it. The word is getting out, and look what we're doing.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, I saw.
Yeah, super excited.
Yeah, I saw your article. That was a good article.
Yeah, they wrote a very good. That was American Airlines nonprofit airline ambassadors.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just put out that link. I actually sent it to Kurt and Marianne and everyone. Yeah. So we're getting a lot of
Awesome.
publicity. Yeah.
Yeah. So Leon, did you get photos with the deaf students?
Yeah, I sent it to everyone. I'll resend it to you.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I'll resend it. Yeah, we did some great photo shoots.
Yeah. So, and they taught you the sign language word water, didn't they?
They sure did. And you were doing the online podcast with them.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a super duper great event. And they really touched me, those kids. I mean, it was amazing. And I'm glad we can get them clean water in that school.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Yeah, that water unit, we explained it to them how the filters take out contaminants and viruses. We explained how 2 million children die every year for lack of clean drinking water. 50% of the hospital beds is filled with people with waterborne illnesses. And if they just had clean water, you could free up 50% of the world's hospital beds. And imagine all those children and families dying because of lack of clean, fresh drinking water. So it's a problem that can definitely, be solved. So the Disney fantasy is to make sure every child have clean water, and we can really do it. And so it was nice to explain that to the kids with the interpreter. And when I was looking at the interpreter, it really made me step up my game because, the body movement, the facial, the hand gestures. So when you're looking at that, and I had never experienced nothing like that, it made me step up, my game, and I loved it.
That's awesome. So I'm glad we got that. And I know you'll follow up when you're back there in December. And I had a wonderful experience. Tuesday night, we went to the San Carlos Yacht Club and we played the Mexican bingo game. And they can't wait for you to come down and do a presentation at the Yacht Club. And we were introduced. We introduced to Rob, and Rob had me on a podcast Friday. And we met another author named Judy. And Avriel's a retired kindergarten teacher. So the three of us went to the Navarrete bilingual school. It's a private school where they speak English. And we presented our books to them. They're really excited. This campus is unbelievable, Leon. So when you come down here, we're going to get them a water unit. And they are, her son actually, they graduated from Berkeley University, and he does animation in New York. So they were really excited to see my work, the app games, and hopefully we can get some movement with them to bring the books into animation movies. And we're looking excited for you to come down in between January and March, is when all the parent heads here will want to be fundraising. So we're ready for you to set a date, Leon, and the Yacht Club is ready for you too.
Yep, I'll definitely be looking into that. We're doing that big deal in El Salvador right now, and getting that funding from the private equity group. So soon as we get those I's dotted and T's crossed, that'll be the next move for sure. And as you know, I'll be back in Hawaii in December, but I'm doing a tour of the coffee plantations. And I'm real excited about that because they're actually joining us on doing some 100% Kona coffee blends, and a percentage of what they sell will go to purchase water units for children around the world. So that project is going very smoothly. And like I say, we're just waiting on that funding, which should be coming shortly from the private equity group, where we're going to open up all those stores. And the good part about opening up the stores, now we got the coffee to put into the coffee, water, and juice bars. And the coffee will be coming from Hawaii. Isn't that great?
Yeah, that's awesome. And we got through our book, Cool Acts of Kindness, formatted. I got to review it this weekend and send it to Suzanne on Monday. And it should be ready for print. So we will have books for you. We'll have books for you in Hawaii to actually physically book sign and sell at the fundraisers from now on.
Yeah, that'll be great. Not only that, we will be putting those books in all of those stores that we're going to be opening up, the water, coffee, and juice bar places.
Yep. So we're moving forward. I'm excited. I'm excited to complete this book.
Yeah.
And
to have that along with Dr. Emoto's kids books and message of water books, that bundle package that we're putting together is going to be totally amazing.
Yep.
So how cool is that? That's called
really
Just
cool.
When You Thought It Was Great, It Got Even Greater.
Well, I mean, you know
Thank
the name
you,
of the book.
Marianne. Waikiki.
Well, you know the name of the book is called Cool Acts of Kindness.
That's right. And plus your tagline, let's go out and play. That's the coolest tagline I've ever heard.
So
Good.
we got good things happening. 2025 animation movies. So also too, I talked to a friend, Rio Martel. She's a filmmaker, Actors Guild in Hawaii, and she is doing some funding loans for filmmakers, etc. So we want to get that out about her too as well. Emily, if you be kind, I need you to send me Jasper's phone number so I can send Jasper the information, and maybe we can get you on the Olelo television in December, a follow-up to be interviewed on television.
Okay, sounds good. But we are at the end of the show here. Would like to thank everybody for coming on, Marianne, Leon, Alan, Michael, and for everybody else who is tuned in. Again, we are here every Saturday at 1 o'clock Central, 11 o'clock a.m. Pacific, 2 o'clock Eastern. And love to have you come on as a guest. So if you are interested, and also love to have you guys check out all our social media, LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, and so on, and like, share, comment on that, and join us, invite your friends and family, and also check out the great organizations that we're working with. The great stuff they're doing, like Jay and the Disability Channel, Zach Clayton and the PAC Channel, Marcus Hart of Transform Media, Lawrence Wingate of Renegade Studios, and Earl Williams of the Midwest Plainsman Podcast. And I guess until next time, hope everybody has a safe and productive week, and do stay happy.
Thank you very much. Have a great weekend. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.